in my role as a journalist, I've gotten the chance to try all the coolest new toys. So I've gotten to use the Microsoft HoloLens, the HTC Vive, the Oculus Rift, the Meta Pro, a whole bunch of different headgear and software that really shows me that this is not just a fad, but a really ecosystem changing event that's going to change how you interact with technology.
Essentially, we look at virtual reality as a completely immersive experience, meaning that you're in a physical state of being, and virtually you can be transported to another possible time-space location. So a virtual reality experience, you have a completely immersive goggle on, and you're experiencing either a computer-generated experience or possibly a video or visual experience. Could be pre-recorded or live. An augmented experience would be an enhanced, realistic experience of the time and location and space that we're in at this present moment. So, for example, an augmented glass would have a headset that you could see through, and you could see your environment, but there would be an overlay of computer-generated imagery, etc., that would enhance your present experience.
You know, as far as the keyboard and mouse are concerned, what's natural is speaking. So I think we could probably get rid of the keyboard just by talking or speaking. Maybe in some circumstances it might not be appropriate if there's people around and you're trying to interact with a computer where you'd have to use some other kind of interface. And as far as the mouse goes, it seems like gesture is a pretty natural reaction that people have to be able to interface with devices. I think perhaps, though, in 10 years, there'll be more artificial intelligence to anticipate things and make things more intuitive as far as interacting with computers, and perhaps even your surroundings understanding the person in 3D space. So in other words, and all the way down to all moving body parts, facial expressions, those types of things to, again, anticipate what's going to be expected on the computer.
Having done kind of things where we would actually have to manipulate things, I don't think the physical keyboard will entirely disappear. I think there will always be some sort of physical interface, but I do think you might start seeing possibly embedded interfaces in inanimate objects, such as I could look at this, I'm 3D tracking the object, and it's calling up an additional interface which could allow me additional functionality or something. It might not apply to the coffee cup, but maybe my TV, like the remotes become sort of clutter. I could have something possibly attached to like my position, and then it could always sort of be with me at arm's reach, and then it could disappear when I didn't need it or something like that. You could see a lot more kind of embedded technologies all over the place.
I agree with the Apple comment. I think as we get new technologies like AR and VR, it's new opportunities to create new ways to interact. It doesn't replace the proven UIs that we already have. I mean, yes, typing on your arm with a projected or AR display might be good for a quick text, but you're not going to write a report or some long text like doing this. It's just not as good as a keyboard. So keyboard's not going to go away, but you are going to get, I think, a real interesting mix of different new modalities. And some of them will survive, some won't. I mean, holding up your phone to do augmented reality, I would suggest, although it's great novelty today, it's not a long-term user interface that anyone's going to use. It's hopeless for anything real, and something you'd want to do for more than 2 minutes. So glasses is going to be the way that AR comes to the mainstream eventually.